Hey guys, welcome to my very first episode of Life in Sports Spotlight with Cameron Knox. I'm going to keep this video very short. Just a little introduction about how this channel and podcast is going to go. Um, I just want to basically have guests every week and introduce them, show their journeys in sports in their life and everything how they're doing in college sports, professional sports, high school sports, whatever the case may be that particular episode. Um, but this is going to be very fun for me because I talk sports basically every day with whether it's my friends or family. And it's just something that I have a huge passion about. And I think it's just time for me to finally press the envelope and start this journey and podcast. One day I hope to make this a bigger brand and talk about sports on a daily, on TV. Hopefully that's something I could do one day. Hopefully this builds me there, gets me there, and gets me out. A little about myself. 20 years old. I used to play sports. Now I don't. But this is going to help me continue in the sports world. And this is going to be fantastic for me because this is all I've ever wanted to do. And, you know, I'm going to do it finally. I love, football, basketball, baseball. Um, and I'm going to get athletes that play those sports and get them and talk about how they love their sport so much. And it's going to be so much fun. Uh, you know, Guests every week learning about them and how much they love their games, their sport, their craft, and how much, it has made a life for them and hopefully make a life for them if they're, collegiate and high school athletes, but professional. I really want to get there and, get those people on this podcast because that's going to be something that's can help me from hopefully they help me to get to where I want to be because, there's people that sacrifice for them to get where they're at. Also, the future steps. Hopefully, one day we can build outside of just sports. Get musicians. Whether that's rappers, singers, whatever the case. Music is really a big passion for me as well, but I can't talk about it because you know that's not something I really enjoy that much to talk about. Like to have a podcast based thing about music. But, fitness is going to be very fun. That's something that's also intertwined with sports a little bit. That'd be interesting to get a little behind the scenes on that stuff. And then fashion as well. I like clothes, hats, as you can see, shoes. Uh, you know, Fashion is like a variety nowadays because there's so much going on, so many brands, and that's going to be interesting. Hopefully, I can get some people who do fashion on one day. That'll be very, very fun. I want to talk about, a little short segue on like future guests, future guests and dream guests. So, future guests, I want to try to get friends that I have that play sports, whether it's NCAA, NAIA, whatever the case may be. Uh, you know, Softball, baseball, football, basketball. Those are like specific sports I really know about, and I'll the dream list and guests are unlimited. Like I can get anyone on, I believe, if I try my hardest. It's gonna be so fun. That's the best thing about this because I'm gonna take it episode by episode. So it's gonna be so fun to get just people that I admire and sports I admire, sports I grew up watching, sports I grew up playing, and stuff I've gotten into now like baseball, softball within the past 4 years or so. Yeah, and so dream guests, I want to get pro athletes. That's my dream. You know, obviously, I think I can get high school and collegiate athletes, but pro athletes are my dream, and that's something I really want to get into as this, podcast grows, and how I can put spotlights on them, as it's in the title, because as I'm the one talking and interviewing, this is all it is, an interview. But you know, I love just talking about sports in general. So like podcast, spotlight, interview, whatever the case, it's something just I want to do, and it's gonna be the best way how I want to do it, and it's something that not everyone could do because not everyone knows sports, not everyone knows how to talk to people. But I think that's something I've always learned and knew how to do, and that's just the best way how I could put it. And one day, I hope you know to be successful at doing this. Not little episodes, stuff like that. But yeah, outside of that, um, I want to thank you guys for, being on this beginning journey of my life. And hey, I hope this becomes successful. And, this is only up from here. Episode 1. Episode 2 is going to be a fun one. I already have a guest lined up. And I can't wait. Thank you for watching the very first episode of Life in Sports Spotlight with Karen Knox.